Hello, it's Eleanor in Eleanor's place, and Eleanor's place today is in the greenhouse. I thought I'd better get started in here. I've done nothing, absolutely nothing in here. There isn't a lot to do until you're ready with your tomatoes and stuff, and that's what I've got today. You can see in the tray here I've got some tomatoes. Now I've got golden ones, and I have 6 of these in the tray. I'm not going to put all 6 in here, not massive yet, but they'll be fine in here. And I've also got 2 Roma tomatoes, they're the plum ones, so I've got those to go in. And I've also brought down an aubergine. I didn't grow this, but it's been munched, and I did find the snail that was doing it, so it should be all right now. Now I'll put that on its own, probably at the end, just under the window. Put that on there. Last year I made the mistake of planting my tomatoes along the back wall. That's just behind where, not this way, the other way behind the camera. And the mistake being that they grew and they blocked the window. So I couldn't get enough airflow because they were in the way, and I couldn't open and shut the window. Oh, it was just a bit of a pain, and they just turned into monsters. So this year I've made a decision, got an itchy nose, I've made a decision not to let them get big, trying to keep them under control. These will all go big if I let them, but to keep them down, and to put them mainly along this end and try and leave where the window is and the door end as clear as possible, so that there is an airflow, because that will keep the plants free of fungus. And can't think what that flipping fungus is that they get. Still can't think of it. I don't know, I'm just having a block on it today. But anyway, I don't want them to get that. So now, a few weeks ago, I noticed the ground was very dry here. I mean, I know greenhouses, the ground just becomes desiccated because it's such a hot environment. But obviously for the plants, if you want to plant straight into the ground, you've got to try and combat that. So at the moment I've got like this membrane over the top of it. I'm not going to leave it down, I will lift it out, but it was just to try and stop it drying out too much. So I don't know whether you can see what I'm doing. Somewhere I've got the trowel. Hang on, let me find the trowel. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Right, so I've got my trowel. Put those plants just there while I make a decision. Lift this off. You see, and already underneath there's a snail, although it looks like it's died. So you know where he's going? Out there. Right, so, and there's another one. So you see, it isn't a good idea. There's too much stuff in here. Right, put that out there. There is slight darkness to the soil, and when I go like that, I can see it's nice. It's nice underneath it. So just the top is a little bit dry and desiccated. The rest of it's doing okay. Okay, so I'm going to put the 2 row of tomatoes at this end, about a foot apart, and then I'm going to put 3 of the others. I'm going to put the other 3 golden ones at this end, and then that's it. I'm not putting any more tomatoes in here. I'm going to see if I can do that. So the aubergine will go at the far end, and then I've still got to put in, what else have I got to put in? Oh, I've got some cucumbers. I'm just thinking, did I grow melons? But I didn't. No. So I've got 2 cucumbers to go in. They can go in on the other side on their own, because the one I had last year just turned into a bit of a monster. Anyway, let's get these in. I watered them beforehand, so they won't be, the soil around the roots is nice and wet, and I'm going to sink it. There we go. so that it's got most of its stem underground, and that will encourage the rest of the stem to form extra healthy roots. And we'll do the same here, this one. Dip it down a bit. Hope you can see what I'm doing. There we go. And I will just leave a slight dip at the base of each of the plants. The idea being is when I water, the water will stay around the base and hopefully help to make a more effective watering situation. Right, now we need 3 of these, but at the end they were starting to bend over in my little mini greenhouse, so it's really important I get them in. They should be okay in here. So we'll have a golden one here. We need 3. Go. Put that one, you won't be able to see this, it's out of shot. A bit higher up there. And one more in there. Now you might be saying, well, what are you going to do with the other 3? The other 3 are going to my mum's to go in her greenhouse. So we've got tomatoes up there too. Put that one in here. One there. Might not be able to see this. I'll show you in a min. Just let me get the other one in and I'll quickly show you what we've done. Right, put that down there. Let's just show you. So, I put them all in here. They had a good water before they went in. Now the next job is just to give them a good water. And let's get the see how it pools around the bottom of them. Let's just do these. I forgot to do it. You just pull a little bit away to form a shallow bowl around the base of each of them to form a sort of a channel to encourage water to go down to the roots. Let's put some more on. Soon goes in, the ground's really dry. I will put some more on those before I go home. So that's that little job done. And the other thing I've got to do, just put you down there. The other little thing I've got to do is I've got to put the aubergine in. I'm a little bit disappointed this got munched, but never mind. Right, I'm going to leave this end, up this end for the cucumbers. I might only put 1 cucumber in here actually, and put the other one in at my mum's. I always like to straddle and put things in the 2 different places. Right, so we'll move these out of the way. I really should stop putting plastic bags in here. I'm encouraging snails and slugs. The less stuff you've got on your soil, the better, because you'll end up with loads and loads of problems. Right, let me just move that out of the way. Turn you around. Hopefully, put you there. Hopefully, can you see it? Sort of. I'm going to put it there. Can you see that? Let's just tilt you. Can you see it? I hope so. Please excuse me if you can't see me doing this, but I'm going to pop it there anyway, and then I will show you when it's in. Put that one there. Don't need the label. As I say, I bought that one as a plant. What's the variety? Don't know, just says aubergine. Nope, doesn't give a variety, never mind. Okay, so that's that one there. we need to do now, what we need to do now is go and get some water, because we haven't got enough to water that aubergine. And we also need to get a bit more for the other tomatoes. I'll try not to drop you in. So I can only access my water in this IBC like this now. This was never the intention. The intention was to take it from the tap at the bottom, but somebody very kindly snapped it off. I think it was kids last year interfering with stuff. Okay, so there's the aubergine. Let's give him a water. And you know, it's one less thing for me to have to worry about at home in the mini greenhouse, because let's give him a good drink. Because everything just gets so, oh dear, I've just watered my cardigan. Everything just gets so dry really quickly at the moment. I am not complaining about the sunshine. It's beautiful, but there is one time you notice it, and that is when it comes to watering, because everything dries out really quickly. Okay, so that's that job done. So what else can I show you? I have got to trim the grass while I'm here in there. As you can see, it's a bit wayward, needs a bit of a cut. But as you can also see, let me just take you in. I have got quite a nice little crop coming. This is a red currant, it's looking nice. This is a white currant, it's got loads on it, as you can see. Heavy cropping, good heavy crops. The gooseberries, can you see the gooseberries over here? I got such a lot of gooseberry jam last year, it was fantastic. And it looks like I'm going to have another nice little crop of gooseberries for gooseberry jam. My husband doesn't like gooseberries, but he does like the gooseberry jam, so it's one way of using them up. Now this is interesting. This blueberry bush has got loads of berries coming on it. This one looks like it's having a rest this year. Now is that, I have heard of bushes having a rest and stuff. Maybe it's just having a rest. I'll get some off this one over here, but no, not that one. So there you go. That's what we've been up to. I'm going to show you a few little bits. I'm only staying for about an hour today. I'm just going to have a little potter about, try and get a few bits done. So let me take you up here, just show you some of the things. There's quite a bit of weeds growing, but look at these flowers coming all over the straws. Now these are the new ones, and as you can see, it's not a bad little start to the new plants there, nice and healthy and shiny. This is the old bed, although there's rather a lot of buttercups in that corner. Look at the amount of flowers coming. It's still very productive. So yeah, don't know whether I'll know when I see the quality of the berries, I think, to know whether it is the right move to take them out. I was looking at this bed the last time I was down, and I've had to refer back to my plan. This is for leeks, so they're going in there. The beetroot have come on. There's a few weeds about, but the beetroot are definitely coming on. And the Chantenay carrots, I don't know whether you can see them, you should be able to see them now. There's quite a nice little line of them coming here, and another nice strong little line there. So we've done all right for those. And then the other thing I just want to show you before I pop off, I won't keep you very long. I actually picked my first couple of radishes the other day. They were lovely, so I'm hoping these are the red ones. And these here are the white ones, which look a bit like parsnips when they're coming up, but actually there's a few flowers coming, so I can't leave them long, and I have kept them watered. So yeah, I've had a couple of those. Look at those lettuce coming there. I think that's the green salad bowl, those. I'm really pleased with those. I'm just trying to keep the slugs off them. I don't know how effective eggshells is, but we're having a go. At first I thought I was going to pick some asparagus, but you know what, I think I'm going to leave it this year, unless this is the last year I won't touch it. I've got 3 very strong spears. I don't think the crowns I had were particularly great. I should have had 4. I've only ended up with 2. The other 2 failed, but they are gradually getting bigger. I might pick up some more for over here. And as I said to you, this was for peas. So I have put some peas in here, and they shouldn't take too long. I was a little concerned about how dry the soil was, so I pre-soaked the peas the night before, and then I made the shallow 4-inch wide trough all the way along, and I watered the trough, sprinkle them in, and there's loads in, so we should be seeing quite a good return on those shortly, as long as the mice don't find them. Covered them up and then put a really good watering on them again. They need another one today really, and I'm hoping that will just kick start them into life, because the ground's so dry. Surface wise it's very dry, and of course that's where peas are, so I need to get those done again, watered. I'm really pleased with those lettuce. They're looking lovely. I'll be able to pick some of that in the next few weeks. That would be nice. So crops are starting to come. Next time I'm not going to put my courgettes in until after the weekend. I've decided tonight, even though it's 18 degrees today, is forecast to go down to 4 degrees here at night, which I feel is too cold for the courgettes and things, so I will hold off till after the weekend. And I think nighttime temperatures are around 6, 7, 8, which is okay, but 4, no, too cold for them. So there you go, that's my look for today, and I hope you oh sorry, I'm knocking you about, I'm trying to take my glove off, just let me get that off. Yeah, I hope you're okay, everything's going okay for you. It's a bit slow here, but we're getting there gradually. But the weather's so beautiful, you've got to do a bit as often as you can. So get out there and enjoy your gardens or your allotments. And I hope to speak to you soon. Bye bye.